We're making waves, presents. Come along for the ride. Van doors open, hearts open wide. Adventures calling every day. It's making waves. Let's drift away.
Hi guys, I just had a delivery from DPD. This is something I've been wanting for the van since the last time I was away for the Stealth Camper. As you can see, it's a typical DPD delivery. A bit of crease here, a wee bit of bang there, but never mind. This is the first that I've seen what it's going to look like, so can you guess what it is yet? I shouldn't say that, that's in very bad taste. Right, it's a load of paper. So. Right, so second box, which is good because we really need to think around.
Can you guess yet?
I can. I know what it was. It's actually got two handles on it, so if I just took the box. This is a Chinese diesel heater from Amazon. I will give a link in the description. I was going to get the separate parts and mount the diesel tank on the side, and I thought, you know what, for £10 extra, so I would have had to box it all in so it was protected. And this comes with the diesel tank built on. It's got the remote control fob, the heating, your power supply in for the 12 volts. There's a fuel, built-in fuel tank. Well, it's quite big. Don't know how many litres it takes, but they're not that heavy on fuel anyway. But I can mount this in a place where I can get to that easily, which is going to be quite handy in the van. Yeah. Now, it's supposed to come with all fixtures and fittings. This is okay. That's the exhaust. I would have thought it would have been a little bit longer than that. That's very, very short. A bit out of shape, that's alright. May have to get an extension first. Here's the instruction manual. This is the silencer from the end of the exhaust. This is the pipe that feeds into the cabin.
Is that elastic?
Obviously that's
yeah.
that extends. How much it extends I don't know. I might need an extension on that as well. That's the fuel in, the air intake. That's the only two holes that I need to put on the bottom of the van for this one, because they come out here, and that's well fed, isn't it? Okay, that has to be turned a little bit so that one there can go over there. Basically. What else do we have? You have the vent for inside the car, which goes on obviously at the other end of this pipe. 12 volt cable, which I definitely won't be using. And fittings. Well, that's the breather that goes on the end of here to stop it picking up bugs and things and putting that through. And some clips, which I may not use. The Jubilee clips are kind of not very good, so I'll probably get stainless steel Jubilee clips to replace them with. Apart from that, That's basically what I expected. Yeah, happy. Came. 1 day delivery. So I ordered it yesterday. It's here today. Nice one. Okay guys, I'm going to save you a wee bit of time. This exhaust and the air feed that you get with the Chinese heater, it's just not really long enough or good enough to do any real fitting. But luckily Amazon do a next day delivery. I've never opened this yet. It's only 2 core cable, but it's a good heavy gauge. I don't want it to be stuck with not getting a good enough supply. So this is just a automotive cable, 1.5mm 5 meter coil. That wasn't expensive again, but it all starts adding up. This, however, again, I think it was about £16, somewhere around there. This is an extra long pipe. You can get them up to 3 meters, but actually it tells you in the instructions not really to use much more than I think it's 2 meters. This one here, I think I went for the meter 20. I'm not sure, meter 20, meter 50, but it's, so that's the new exhaust pipe. As you can see, it's quite a bit longer than the 30 or 40, whatever that was. This is a bend. I bought this because I don't want the pipe to be like coming halfway through in the back of the car. I wanted to be able to get a nice neat bend to where the air is going to come. So that was extra. That was another £8, I think that was. And this actually extends. I think it comes out to, I think it's somewhere about 80 centimeters long. It's about twice the length of what it is just now, each pipe. So with that and the joints, I can actually fit it wherever I want in the back of the car or in the back of the van now. So that's me got all the parts. It's just a case of getting my act together, putting a couple of holes in the back of the car, and see if we can get that fitted in. So see how that goes. I've actually got a box with like different eye bolts or different sizes of the glues and whatever, but the nuts on these are too small. So luckily I bought another pack of eyes. Now these are actually quite big. Normally you would use a different type of crimper, but I'm just going to use the same crimper as I have. It's just a normal crimper. It does the job, and it does the job pretty well. As you can see, it really holds. It's got a good grip. So that's able now just to connect onto here. Now it actually says in the instructions to check the fan before you actually fit. I don't know why they have this big piece of basically nothingness. And guess what I just did? I had the red one in my hand and for some reason I put the black one on the red table. But I did spot it. Right, so you put the red on the red, which kind of makes sense. And these are made for 12 volts or 24 volts, doesn't really matter. My van is 12 volts. That's the power connected. It's coming up as 12 volts set up. You're supposed to check the fan is working. Oh, I've got a remote control here. Oh, it's quite handy. And that one there should be on. Fan's working fine. Of course, there's no diesel in it, so it won't fire up. So I'm going to turn that off. It off. So I'm going to put some diesel in it, see if it fires up. Switch off now. I have a funnel for that anymore. We homemade funnel. That's a bottle is that? Oh, a mess of that. Right, so one of the best quality white diesel. And that's why I put a cloth around it. This will be filled up in the garage anytime we fill it up, so it'll just be the pump nozzle come straight in here.
You can actually see here
Yeah.
how full it is, I think. Nearly there. Oh, you know it takes 5 litres there.
No, that was £5, exactly £5 worth of diesel I put in there. So when it's empty, it takes approximately £5 to fill it.
It's nearly
Yeah, it's
full.
enough now.
Tiny bit left.
Go to the side. Come on. Ah, no diesel in there. This will take a little while to feed the diesel through. Switch on. 3, 2 up, 4, 5. That's it. It'll take a little while for the diesel to actually pump through. Shouldn't really have it on there because the exhaust is going straight down onto my floorboards. Only once it fires up anyway. Actually, just need to lift it. That's clicking is the diesel pump. Right, you can see the exhaust gas is underneath, so that's actually now ignited. That will clear up a bit as it gets warmer, and hot air is starting to come through. It's very quiet here, so the noise from this is quite loud. As you can see, the exhaust gas is cleared up now because it's burning.
Working fine?
Of course, the higher you got it turned, the more the pump ticks, so you get more noise from the pump. That's blowing quite a lot of heat. It's blowing a lot of heat. It's pulling its own gases back in again, which is what's making it smoke at the moment.
You should stop it then.
I'm switching off now. That's roughly the position that they say it should be. It should be 20 from the back, 20 from the sides, and as there's no vent at the front, that should actually be a perfect position there. Of course, remember, it's roughly 60 centimetres from here to 68. So 60 up to 68 is a no-go area. So to roughly here is a no-go area, which means that I can't put it where I want to put it. Let's go further in. 25, so obviously 28 would be perfect for there. But I can have a wooden subfloor and plastic permission and do a 44 through the top, and maybe we'll do a smaller one through the metal, because that won't actually matter if I heats up a little.
Straight?
Not through the tin. I'm going to go through the tin with the one for cutting.
Oh, that one.
Okay. It all needs to go to there, but I'll take it all the way. Take it all the way and give it a gap.
You sure you want the gap?
as soon as it came with the new exhaust.
One for the exhaust and one for the air. Oops.
Before we do anything else, let's put some paint on.
Yeah.
You guys, whenever you put a hole in a transit, always make sure that you prime off wherever you've drilled, otherwise it's a recipe for disaster. Now, I thought that I had a paintbrush, but nothing's ever where I thought it was, so I've got a finger. Just finger in the hole in the paint and make sure that you get all around the hole. All around the hole. Nice and painted, nice and coated. Doesn't matter how thick you put it on, just make sure that there's no bare metal left that can rust. Otherwise it's a recipe for disaster. Right, as you can see, it's nicely coated. And I can throw my glove away. That saved me wasting a paintbrush anyway. Okay guys, it's all very well working out where you want to put something, but you have to also check underneath for where the cross members are. So that will actually tell you where you can fit something. So you really have to work out where the pipes are going to come out and how it's going to fasten. I come out just inside of the pan there, which is a perfect place. Come across, I brought it across the chassis member and up and just underneath the back bumper here, so you can actually see where it's running. And my air intake, I've got it quite high up and in, well, basically mid car, so I'm not going to get a lot of water spray up. Just drilled a hole in there. I put an elbow on because I didn't want the pipe to be having to come halfway into the boot again, into my packing space, before exhausting into the car, into the unit. You're probably wondering why I fitted this in the back when it takes up so much space in there, where I could easily have fitted a single unit in the front. Normal place on these transits would be underneath the driver's seat or underneath the passenger seat where there is space. I can't put it under the driver's seat because that's actually got the starter battery in there. And the passenger seat, if I put it in there, I can't make it to swivel. I intend to put a swivel in here eventually, so that this seat will turn round and come in here as extra seating for the back. There's a special one that you can turn the seat and it goes further forward into the car, so that gives you more room. So that's why it's fitted here. So see from the screen, it's turned off at the moment. Comes with a nice, neat little remote for switching it on and off. So you can do that from anywhere. Oh. Switched on. Ink. Switched on. Now that's only on the first setting. That's only, so it's quite low there. But you can also set it higher or lower on here. So that's 2, that's 3. I don't think it ever has to go much higher than 3 in here. It goes up to, I think, 6. That's the third setting. The glow plug is kicking in now and the diesel pump is started. It should start blowing hot air any moment. And the exhaust gas comes out of here. It's starting to blow hot air from the gas. And from inside here, yeah, it's not the quietest ever, but it's still warming up. Volume from outside the van when it's on, yeah, you can hear the exhaust. but you can hear that anywhere, no matter when you go to any camper. This is from inside the van. That's very acceptable. Now I've only just closed the doors and came inside, and it's toasty. That air is lovely and warm. You know what? I can live with that noise. If my feet's going to be nice and warm, I don't really care. I can live with that. That's perfect. Wow. Okay, I've just realised that number 3 I think I've got on is far too high. I think I have to tear down 2 or 1. It's oh, I have to open the door. Never thought I'd have that problem. Super. I'm a happy bunny. I've turned that down to 1. It's so beautifully warm in here, just on 1. And it's also, because I've took it down to 1, the clicking's obviously not so often with the pump, and the sound, you can barely hear it. But there's still so much heat coming through there. I think it's going to be a case of turn it on and turn it off when you don't want it anymore, because this is just so hot. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link down in the description. I'll leave links of how much everything cost me, how long it took, not very long to be honest, what parts you really should think about getting before you start doing this. And as always, if anything that I've said helps in any way at all, please just leave a like, leave a comment, ask me a question about it, or tell me what you'd have done differently. I think I've covered just about every reason why I've done it what I've did. But yeah, don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, hit the wee bell icon. I'll let you know when I've got the next video up, and I'll keep you posted with everything I'm doing with this, because there's a few more jobs that I want to do on this little stealth van before I'm finished. And stay safe, and hope you find good bargain. Bye for now.